Showcase Beautiful in Pelham's Ballantree. Colleen and David Black, Keller Williams Realty, 356-5412. Call on Colleen.
Hey, this is James Spann. This is the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Monday morning, 31st day of August. About to kick off September tomorrow, the beginning of meteorological fall. And that sure sounds good to me. Let's take a look out the window this morning. A little foggy in spots. That's the Clanton Skycam. Down in Chilton County, some fog developing there. Not a problem in Jasper, though. That's the Walker County view from the King Building. No fog there as dry air takes over. The sky is mostly clear. And Tuscaloosa looking good. That's looking from the top of the Tuscaloosa County Courthouse back off to the east in the direction of Bryant-Denny Stadium. You can see the water vapor satellite shot this morning showing drier air finally settling in here after a wet day yesterday. Temperatures are nice behind that front. Look at the 30s and 40s around the Great Lakes. You got, looks like 41 at Chicago. Here in Alabama this morning, the cooler readings up in northwest Alabama, 59 for the Shoals and Haleyville, 60s around here, but again, as the dry air takes over, we'll be closer to 60 by daybreak tomorrow. Not as cool as we initially thought last week. We thought we might have a crack at maybe some upper 40s for the cooler valleys. Doesn't quite look that cool now, but still it's going to be awfully nice tomorrow. Expected rain for the next 5 days, not very much. This is valid through Friday evening, and this is suggesting barely enough to measure. And it looks like we might need to mention some risk of isolated showers tomorrow and Wednesday, probably nothing beyond that. We note out there in Baja, heavy rain with a hurricane that's coming up. You'll see that in just a minute. Speaking of the tropics, there's the Atlantic Basin look, and we've still got that disturbance in the Atlantic that did not develop over the weekend, but man, it looks good this morning. That sure looks like Tropical Storm Erica to us. It's sitting out there about 50 west and 12 north. And the question is, well, looking at that, you think, well, maybe it's going to get up in there and affect the Caribbean and the Gulf, but the models say no because of the weakness in the ridge north of the system. They move it northwest, north of the Virgin Islands, north of the Leeward Islands, north of Puerto Rico. And often in a position like that, it would be in the spot to either recurve or threaten the Atlantic coast of the United States. And the GFS really doesn't pick up on this thing yet, so we'll be watching. Many of the models ramp it up to hurricane status. In fact, a couple of them bring it up to hurricane status in about 60 to 72 hours. And again, we'll sit back and wait and watch on that. Here's a look at Jimena, the big hurricane. That's a major hurricane that's in the Pacific. This is down there below the Mexican coast, and guidance brings it up toward Baja, California as a major hurricane tomorrow night. How about that? And then it weakens, of course, over land, and the moisture from that seems to be headed up toward the southwest United States late this week and over the weekend. Places like San Diego and Phoenix could be soaked if this is right. Look at modeling. This is the OZGFS, valid at 1 o'clock today. Eastern trough. Not quite as strong as what we had seen on the modeling last week, but still enough to bring some dry air down in here today. So after some morning fog, the sky becomes mostly sunny today. Humidity value should be noticeably lower, highs in the low 80s. Now tomorrow, we've got this easterly flow going on here with a surface high north of us and a surface low south of us, and that little easterly flow oftentimes can kind of set up a wedge type thing where you see a couple of showers, and the GFS is kind of depicting that. So we might want to mention isolated showers tomorrow, and really the same thing on Wednesday. It doesn't rain a lot, doesn't rain in most places. Just be aware that idea is on the table. And then Thursday, we're completely dry, and the same thing on Friday. So really, it's a benign pattern this week. Just keep in mind there might be a little bitty shower somewhere tomorrow and Wednesday. Saturday, starting off the weekend, we've still got relatively dry air, the deeper moisture back off to the west. And really, Sunday looks pretty quiet. So it's a quiet pattern here. No severe weather, no heavy rain, no extremes for the next 7 days. And Monday of next week, nice trough developing out there over the northwest. We've got flat ridging down here, and that looks pretty quiet. That thing in the Gulf is convective feedback, by the way, and not the tropical system. Mid-month, September 15th. Look at the nice trough developing over the heartland. And that'll feed some moisture up in here, you bet. And it looks kind of wet out there, but again, no sign of any tropical trouble in the Gulf of Mexico anytime soon. And nobody's griping about that. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here by 3:30 or so today. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 News at 5, 6, and 10. Again, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.